right, if you can hear me, clap once. If you hear me, clap twice. Man, it works magical there. All right, so let's go with you. Give us your thoughts on that. Table leader.
We were wondering where's the best place to have a positive review. If we're going to start asking customers to post online, Google Places, Yelp, Angie's List, where do we want to send them?
The answer is your customer makes that decision. Whoever they're familiar with, that's where they're going to write the review. That's the short answer on that. Well, there's lots of influential review sites. The top 4 for me is Google, Facebook, Yelp. What's the fourth one I'm thinking about? No, I wouldn't go Angie's List. They look big because they're all over TV, but they're not that big. Who's the fourth one? Facebook, Google, Yahoo. I'd say Yahoo. Yeah, Yahoo. All right, next table. How about over here?
What was the question again?
I came to.
Thanks, Joe. Hey, actually, I have a comment. I asked Mike about it, and it's something. Joe, I have the mic. Is that your seat there, Joe? Listen, one thing I wanted to add, and I threw it past Mike, and he thought it was powerful. My experience was the guys are totally excited about Review Buzz, and in the first week, we put out about a dozen cards, just your most favorite customers, and it's a slam dunk. They're going to love us, right? 2 reviews came in. So the next week, we were like, what happened? So when we talked to the guys about it, they realized that even though they thought they were all of that, and they deserved a great review, and the customer yesed them up and down, they took the Review Buzz card and tossed it. So I'm not knocking the process, but what I did was I went back to the guys, and I said, remember total immersion with Joe? Those magic moments. Let's focus on those magic moments. The following week, all the reviews started coming in because they knew they had to earn it. They thought they were doing great, but when they focused and they really got that connection with the consumer and the program all came together, it just started rocking and flowing in. So I wanted to add that to it, too.
Thank you very much. All right, Mikey.
Well, Sarah had a great process that she has at her company. She empowers her CSRs to send flowers to a client that possibly the CSR overheard something. A family member died. Maybe they had a new addition to their family. Somebody's getting married, something like that. So I thought that was pretty slick. I know Marco and I, actually, is it Kathy? Kathy, she said, unfortunately, she's attended 20 funerals in 1 year, and most of those were previous customers, right? Yeah, right, and a daughter. Marco and I, unfortunately, just attended one of our employees' a funeral for one of our employees. His father just passed away. So I didn't do that because it was a loyalty. I didn't want to build loyalty with that employee. It was a pure motive. It was just I wanted to be there for him and support him and his family at that time. We both did. So, and we've done, Lauren, we've done baby showers, right? For our employees, we've sent cards and flowers and iPads and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah.
All right, that's like Uncle Joe. Who wants to hear from Uncle Joe? He's a team leader because he has the biggest watch. So, Uncle Joe, tell us something that's remarkable that you guys at your table you guys picked up.
Well, what we picked up is that a company like this, a powerful company from St. Catharines, Ontario. First of all, the only international people here. Let's give them a big round of applause. They asked me, would it be worth coming here? I said, well, if you had to spend your last $1, I think it'd be worth hearing Mike Montano. Just him alone would be worth it. But everybody else is a bonus. You got the other stuff for free. So they had 2,700 calls. How many reviews you say you found? 1 review. What I'm seeing is 2,700 opportunities to connect the customer, the client, with the great service that these people offer. And I just see nothing but a bright... If they already accomplished what they've accomplished with only having 1 review, Mike, what do you think the possibilities are for this company?
They should get a book, do you think?
What?
They should get a book.
Oh, she got a book?
They should get my book.
I'm not sure. She didn't buy anything. I'm not sure what the hell she's doing over there.
Let's give it to her anyways.
How much does it cost, Mike?
What we're going to give it to her for free because she came from such a far place.
Give him a big round of free gift. How about that one? And knowing Mike Montano like I do, that was remarkable right there. He doesn't give anything away for free. This guy is unbelievable. So he doesn't like to pay money for much of anything. I don't know. He's good. But also I want to say, before I just give this back to Mike, hand it back over to him, is that we also are Review Buzz customer at contractorselling.com. We've done a very poor job of letting people know that we need your reviews. So about the summit or about anything that we've done here, if you would, go to reviewsbuzz.com. You'll see contractorselling.com on their drop-down menu. Just type in contractorselling.com. Please go there. If you liked what you saw here this week, we really appreciate a couple of stars on any one of the review sites that you could do. Tell us the truth. I mean, the truth never is easy to remember, so just do that. Thanks a lot, Mike.
You're very welcome, Joe. All right, you guys can have a seat. Thank you guys for engaging with me on that level. That was awesome. So what we're going to move into, where are we at now? The don'ts. And this is real simple. This is right out of Google's, the Google guidelines. So number one, incentives. You can't offer incentives. Google says it flat out. Conflict of interest. Reviews are only valuable when they are honest and unbiased. Even if it was well-intentional, a biased review can undermine its credibility. So for instance, don't offer and accept money or product to write a review about a business or to write negative reviews about a competitor. Anyone have a negative review written by a competitor that you think that could have happened? Well, if you ever have one, please let me know about it. I'm on hot pursuit. Just recently, a court awarded a company $50,000 for 3 fake reviews that was written against them. So I'm excited about that opportunity. So if you guys have bad reviews and you think it's from your customer, I only want a small percentage, but I will work my butt off to get that guy to take him to as far as we can get him. You have a question?
How about an ex-employee on Yelp?
Oh, absolutely. That's a great opportunity. Send them to me.
Really?
Well, really. That's complete slander, and the thing about it, every time you do something like that, they don't know it, but that's a fingerprint they're leaving behind. The IP address where that review was written against is going to tell Google you can subpoena that, and you can find out who that person was. So it's very real that you can get that information, but you got to feel good about it, because subpoena, the process does take a little bit of money. But if you win,
what's a little bit? A little bit to me.
Well, attorneys, you know what attorneys are. I'm not an attorney, so I can't do it for you, but I'm interested to learn more about it because I really know that a lot of times competitors play that sneaky game, and I want to put into that. And I'd love to see someone pay the price because I know it's happened to me. I work my butt off to deliver top-level customer service, and then my competitor go in there and write a nasty review against me that's all fabricated is BS. And go ahead. Let me get your microphone on. Yeah, there you go.
As you're speaking about these negative reviews, when we started with your program last year, we found that we had a bunch of negative reviews, and it was interesting because I had on 3 different websites, 3 different quote-unquote reviewers, but when I clicked in to find out about them, it was interesting. They reviewed my company and gave me a really bad review, but then reviewed a home improvement company, and turned out they were, wonderful people. So what do you do in a case like that?
I would love to send it to me, and I'll try to see if I can help you with that. I mean, I want to try to find an attorney, frankly, that will represent all my clients and at an affordable price to pursue these kind of things. And they'll have nothing but upside to get out of it, because if they win money, then it's both of you guys win. But I think that's absolutely wrong and unfair. And I can go on and on with situations like that, not only from your competitors, but it can be from your past employees, or it even could be your customers. It's just crazy. We had a situation with a customer that just literally lied about everything that we did, and I was pretty upset and hot-tempered at the time. And when he did what he did, I had him on full recording, so I knew we didn't do what he suggested that we did. And we didn't even go to the guy's house. He just made up an allegation that we gave him a quote, and that wasn't ever given. And I went on the phone with him, and I said, look, I got attorneys on ready to go. I got this thing fully recorded. I know this is all made up and fabricated. If I don't have that review taken down before I hang this phone up, I'm going to let them loose on you, and that's what's going to happen. And he's like, oh, and He knew he was a liar, so he went back and he reversed he took the review down completely. So I don't necessarily suggest that, because that could backfire on you, and the guy can go on rip-off reports, something crazy, and do some serious damage. But because I'm hot-blooded, sometimes I do stuff like that, and that's just how I roll. Joe?
I gotta say, Mike, does that make it more important when you get those negative reviews? Which is, what do you do about that? I know you can legally chase people, but wouldn't it just be a better strategy to have an avalanche of good reviews to bury that damn thing?
Well, can I tell you the story? Thanks for that. That teed me off on that one. That's perfect. It's a softball toss right there. Just woo! So yeah, this is actually something I'm really proud of. And Javier and Sally, by the way, they're both part of my company. They run the business for me while I get to do this good stuff. So thanks, guys. But so we had a situation with one of our customers that wrote a really bad review on us on Facebook. Now, I know the internet, and I knew enough about Facebook that I can literally pull that review down. In fact, if you get a bad review on Facebook, you have the ability to pull that review down. That's probably the only review site that I know of that you can do that with. Well, I didn't want to pull it down. I wanted to do something remarkable. As we were trying to deliver that remarkable experience, I wanted to do, what can we do to fix this negative situation and do some good out of it? So I talked to our call center manager, and I said, what are we going to do about this? And so he looks at me and says, well, we already called, boss. We called 3 times. She keeps hanging up on me. I said, well, what are we going to do next? He's like, well, I don't know. She's pretty upset. She doesn't want to talk to us. I said, well, what should we do? I had to borrow Joe's line. What should we do? And he looks at me, and he knew what I was intending him to do, and that was to show up to the customer's house. But he didn't want to answer it. But eventually I got him to agree that, hey, you know what, that's what we have to do. And he's like, wait a minute, she's upset. If I just show up unnoticed, she might shoot me or something. And I'm like, don't worry about it. We got workman's comp. You're covered. It's all going to be fine. So my fearless Sally decides to go out there and give it a try. And I said, when you get there, you can't leave until you have the mission accomplished. Because I knew she already hung up on us. I knew it wasn't going to be an easy mission. So I said, call me when you're there. So he knocks on the door. She answers, figures out it's us from any time, and slams the door in his face. Well, because he's so persistent, he said, you know what, I'm not going to let that go. Knocks again. Her husband comes to the door, and he wedges the gift basket in the door to pass it on to her husband. Now, he didn't really have much to say, and he just went away. But in that gift basket, we also included a refund of some money that they thought we overcharged. We also gave them a future gift card for future work, and we bought them dinner at a local restaurant. Now, I thought for sure there was no chance we were going to get anything positive out of that. Well, the next day when we all woke up, it was pretty cool because we all got to see this amazing review that consists of everything that happened. We hung up on them 3 times. They showed up to my house. We slammed the door in their face. They still kept on persisting. They gave this lovely gift basket with a refund, with dinner tickets. I absolutely would recommend this company to everybody. When they do something wrong, they make it right. Now, is that good or what? Now, you won't get that every time, but you're going to get that situation to happen. It's a marketing expense. You got to plan for that. We literally have 3 or 4 gift baskets ready to go in our office at any time because it's a fire drill. When you have a negative review, you can't wait around till Monday after the weekend. You got to get out there just like Picard gets out there to close a sale. Deal with that situation now and get it done with. So that's the way we handle it. So I got off topic there, but that was kind of a good off topic. Thanks, Joe, for that. Number 2, you can't post fake reviews. That's a no-brainer, but that's a really common thing that happens. People will go write reviews for themselves and make themselves from a 1-star to a 5-star overnight. This is the one that's really, really powerful, really common. I know for a fact you guys have had to receive phone calls from these companies. Well, they'll turn your customer surveys into great online reviews. This is a good, fast, easy way to just disappear on Google. They will slam you for this. It's very easy for them to figure this out. So if you guys have used this company, stop using them because that's bad news. And I can tell you all kinds of dozens and dozens of companies that literally don't even show up on Google. All right.
Mike, are those like the type of companies refer to like keep your reputation or something like that?
Well, anyone that will offer to write a review on your behalf, on your customer's behalf, that's the company I'm talking about. Review Boost is like probably the most famous. I don't know how they're still in business, but some people rather cheat than be real. So I'm sure that if your competitor is using a company like that and you know about it, I would not hesitate to turn them into Google. And Google will find them and flag them, and the next thing you know, they will be gone, and you'll have no more competitor on Google.